This is the final presentation for the Pacific Leadership Institute Corporate Survey, created by Yarn and Morgan. Before distributing this survey, we went through several steps in building and validating an instrument. First, we had an interview with stakeholders to determine what type of survey they would like, the topic areas they would like to discuss, and then the distribution method that they would prefer. We decided to do a literature review on the following topics: customer satisfaction, expectations from a challenge course program, outcomes from using a challenge course program, career development, and marketing. After this, we created a draft instrument and decided to test it by doing 4 cognitive interviews. After these interviews, we went through a further editing process and created a second draft, which was sent to the Pacific Leadership Institute for further editing purposes. Once this was done, we decided to distribute the survey. The method for data collection we chose was the online survey tool Qualtrics. There were 252 participants selected, but only 8 individuals completed the survey. This is a 3% participation rate. With such a low response rate, we suggest that the data resulting from this survey be used as a guideline for future research, but there should be no implementation for the future. Results and implications. Question 1. How did you find out about the Fort Miley Adventure Challenge course? From the data, we noted that there is no social media chosen or third party, but most people were referred by a friend or colleague or used the PLI website. So our suggestion is to make social media more prominent and partner up with more third parties. You should continue working on the strengths of word of mouth, though, and adjust the information on the website to include corporate groups. Question 2. The purpose for attending the ropes course. The data showed that most people selected team building and fun, with company retreat and employee skills development following shortly behind. So what we suggest is that because you all have successfully marketed towards being fun and team building opportunities, there should be more emphasis on skill development as a retreat option. Question 3. Looking back on what you expected to take away from your experience at the course, to what extent do you agree with the following statements? There are 5 statements they had to respond to, and the results show that you all should work on setting goals and achieving them, as well as keeping the course fun and challenging. Question 4. It is important to foster the development of effective group skills. To what extent do you agree or disagree with the following statements? There are 4 statements they had to respond to, and the results show that you all definitely develop trust and support, but you should probably work on identifying strengths and weaknesses and what skills are being developed during the activities, which could increase this statement on team bonding. Question 5. How much do you agree or disagree with the following statements? These were 4 statements on the challenge course staff. They are all receiving positive responses stating that they are supportive, friendly, and trustworthy. The lowest set of responses came for the PLI leaders inspired me, but they were still in the positive range. So our suggestion is just put more emphasis on techniques for inspiring your participants. Question 6. What is the name of the PLI leader that stood out to you the most? The responses were Drew, Alex, and don't know name, he was in charge of the perch activity. So you should find ways to highlight the leaders' names and activities. In the previous question, it is clear you're doing a great job, but either the leaders are not stating their names or they are not leaving a mark on their participants. Question 7. Please list 3 reasons why this leader stood out to you the most. The responses were consistently encourage people beyond their comfort zone, energetic, friendly, awesome, communicative towards the group, super excited, which made us super excited. So these results show that the leaders are encouraging, energetic, friendly, and that they keep people excited and communicative, which is very positive results. Question 8. Would you recommend the ropes course to a friend? This was 100% definitely. So all of the participants enjoyed the ropes course and thought it's a great experience that they would want others to try as well. Question 9. Why or why not? The responses were, it was a fun and exciting way to get out of the normal day-to-day and experience a personal thrilling exercise with people you wouldn't normally do this with. It was really a push to try, not just succeed. If you tried, you won, whether you completed the challenge or not. Props! Overall, it was a great, challenging, fun day. Although it was challenging, it was fun. So the most repeated comments on this were fun and challenging. The Pacific Leadership Institute should maybe think of a way to enhance the strength of teamwork and skills development for further research. Question 10. Please rate how much you agree or disagree with the following statements. These were 4 statements based off of the office staff. And while they received positive results for being organized and friendly, they received disagree and definitely disagree for being accessible and helping prepare the person for the program. So, the PLI office staff should work on trying to become more accessible and for their clients, and also maybe giving them a rough timeline of what will happen to help prepare for the program. Question 11. How would you rate your satisfaction with the reservation process overall? The reservation process got majority very satisfied and satisfied, but there were still some responses for neutral and dissatisfied. So, our suggestion is that the office staff should make an effort to make a more positively memorable reservation experience. But also remember that you are doing a good job. Question 12. Was there anything specific that you would change about the reservation process? There are 2 responses. One being, I had no affiliation with the reservation, so this is an NA for me. But the other one is, have easier access to staff. I called several times within a few days and my call went straight to voicemail and never got a call back from anyone. So, stay in the previous question. The PLI should try to improve the reservation process by being more accessible to their clients. Question 13 is the beginning of the demographics questions. Question 13 asks, are you male, female, transgender, or other? There were 8 responses, 4 being male and 4 being female. So this shows that the PLI attracts both females and males to the ropes course, and that there's no gender disparity in participation. Question 14. What is your age? The majority of the respondents fell between the 25 to 34 range. So this shows that the participants that responded to the survey fall in the target audience that the Pacific Leadership Institute wanted to attract. Question 15. Which race do you identify with? Check all that apply. The results showed that 50% of the participants were white, and the rest were Asian, Hispanic, or declined to state by selecting other. So, diversity may be needed in your audience. Question 16. What is the highest level of education you've completed? All of the participants either had a bachelor's degree or a graduate or professional degree, which means that the Pacific Leadership Institute should probably have 2 different marketing strategies for the youth-oriented groups and their corporate groups. Question 17. Which of the following best describes your current employment status? All of the participants in the survey are employed full-time, which correlates with the fact that the target audience are corporate entities. Question 18. Which of the following ranges includes your total household income for the previous year? Most of the participants had income of $125,000 or more, or they fell into the $50,000 to $74,999 range. Hence, the Pacific Leadership Institute should present both opportunities to save money, but also help out the organization through sponsorship. Question 19. Thank you again for taking your time to fill out our survey. In addition to providing team-building experiences for corporate groups, the Pacific Leadership Institute mainly serves school groups and community-based organizations all over the Bay Area. Please check any opportunities you may be interested in learning about. There are no responses for this question. There are also no responses for question 20, which states, please provide your name and email to be included on a PLI mailing list. This information will be used strictly for outreach purposes described above. A general company email will suffice. There were no responses to learn more about sponsorships, youth internships, fundraising events, newsletters, or connecting to urban youth. You should either put more effort into advertising the information, or in your next survey, try and place the questions on a different place in the survey. Now, we're going to discuss what is working well for the Pacific Leadership Institute based off of our survey results. It seems that you all have a good word-of-mouth method of advertising. You have successfully marketed towards being fun and having team-building opportunities. The ropes course is clearly very fun, but it's also clear that it's challenging and can push personal boundaries. The ropes course develops trust and support. The leaders are supportive, friendly, and trustworthy. People are excited about the course and they want others to try it, which is why there's a 100% recommendation rate based off of our survey results. The office staff is friendly and organized, and the demographics seem to correlate with the target audience that you want to attract. This is the end of our presentation, but we would like to thank you for your cooperation and support during our project, and we hope the best for you all in the future